Hi everyone! I'm going to start off with some toner pads. This one is the hydrating version, using the rough side to gently wipe all over the face, then use the smooth side on top of my nose to soothe my pores. I'm going to be using liquid foundation. This is a foundation that is nice, runny and smooth with a slightly dewy finish. The colour I've purchased is slightly too light for me, but once I use a powder over it, it'll be fine. After distributing the foundation on my face with my fingers, I'm using a makeup puff to press down more on areas that require more coverage, such as my nose and chin, then tap lightly on areas that don't require that much coverage. I'm using some extra foundation on my nose because there's a bit of red there. I press down and this will help give me more coverage, but in a more natural way compared to just heaping on the concealer. It's important to blend into the neckline and hairline. And I use some lip balm to hydrate my lips. Moving on to concealer. This is a pot concealer that I've been using for over a year. I'm using an eyeshadow sponge stick to apply it. This is a tip that I learned from Pony. She said she found one in her drawer one day. She doesn't know where it's from, and she really liked using it. I found the same one. I've discovered it's from the Etude Party Palettes, and I left a comment telling her that. Don't know if she's seen it. Now onto fixing powder. I'm using a fluffy makeup puff now, dabbing it with the tip and then pressing down on the areas that I applied concealer. You can see that it instantly gives a much more natural finish. So dabbing onto the areas that I applied concealer with the tip, and then onto my eyebrows as well because I tend to get more oily there. Now tapping all over the face with the entire puff to blend things out. Onto eyebrows. This eyebrow palette comes with a great brush. I dip the pointier end into the darker brown color to draw out the main structure of my eyebrows. And then I can use the fluffier end to dip into the medium brown and fill out the rest to make them look more fluffier. Next, using a brow fixing gel. This helps each of my eyebrow hairs become more prominent. It's good for people with sparse eyebrows like me. This is the eyeshadow palette I'll be using. First, I'd use a fluffy brush and take the lightest color to apply all over my eye area. So this is the entire lid and into the crease. So for using light pats, just applying it all over the eye area. Next, I'm taking a slightly peachy color and applying it onto the lid. Now I take both colors and use a small fluffy brush to apply it on the lower lash line. This next color I'm using is the main color of the palette. It's a light brown with gold sparkles, and I want to apply that 2/3 up my lid. So filling in all my creases. Now taking a dark maroon color and working on the lower lash line, the outer corner of the lower lash line. So dragging it over the outer 1/3. Next, taking a fluffier brush and blending the whole look. So using sweeping motions for over the entire eye. And then blending out the ends and the edges in a circular motion. This helps to smooth out the transition. And now using a pointy flat brush to apply a shimmery pearl color to the inner corners of my eye. This will give a bigger eye effect and make it look more brighter and energetic. Now taking the shimmery gold color of the palette to apply in the middle of the eyelid using my fingers, just dabbing it on right there, just dabbing it on the middle. Now this eyeliner is a pink brown eyeliner. It's slightly darker than I would have liked it to be, but still nonetheless very good. Starting from the inner corner and working out, and then using a flick at the end. Make sure to curl your eyelashes. Using a mascara. For contouring, I'll be contouring both sides of my nose and blending it up into my eyebrows. I'll also be taking the darkest color of the contour palette and dabbing it over my hairline. Next, I'm taking this apricot nude pink color and applying it over the apples of my cheeks to give me a healthy looking glow. Using a highlighter, kind of gold highlighter, applied on the bridge of the nose, the brow bones, and also the cheekbones, using my fingers. And the top of my lip. Using a reddish brown color, so you bop the lip, then use a cotton bud to smooth out the edges, and that's all done. Hope you guys enjoyed that. See you guys next time.